I don't have my producer Preston here again tonight, and I am one-handed, but we're making it through here. So welcome, everybody, and good evening. It is Thursday night NFL Watch Party. Special thank you to the Live Place right behind me. They're there for all your viewing pleasure on the internet. We appreciate them hosting us tonight, the NFL Watch Party. Please check them out here on YouTube and online at theliveplace.com. As noted, we go live every Thursday night here with this show discussing the NFL, college football, and a little bit of Disney too. During the season, we will watch the Thursday night game with our fan base for unique perspectives and interaction, both in the chat and in our couch coaches that join us each night. We have our Thursday night armchair coaches that are selected fans of specific teams, and they will be joining us, as said, each week for that matchup. Tonight's armchair coaches joining us later tonight are representing two great NFL teams, and that will be Triple P from Triple P Blogs and Jim from More Sunshines Please. We're excited to have them here tonight. It's tremendous support to us if you would hit the like button if you're here. If this is your first time in, well, we ask you to hit that subscribe button so you're joining us all year long and you know about the fun that we're going to have every Thursday. I guarantee it'll be a little chaotic, a little fun, a little educational, a whole lot of Kelly being Super Bowl champions, a whole lot of Jeff yelling at Kelly and talking about the Cowboys, and my Ravens are just going to win. Sorry, Triple P. At this time, it is my honor to bring in first one of my co-hosts, S. I use with an S because sometimes he's a little feminine, like tonight with that shirt, and you got to love it. And my other co-host, who absolutely loves that, and he is the Super Bowl champion, Myers and a Mouse. Wow. And they are here tonight. Gentlemen, it's Thursday night. You guys ready to have a little fun?
I was until you called me girl. I mean, whatever.
Oh, Lord.
I'm never going to, I wasn't ready. It was like a curveball.
Great to be here, Pete.
It was.
Jeff, it is always good to see you, my friend.
I'm in touch with my feminine side. I just tweeted out the stream and I put some cheerleaders on there. So I guess you were feeling that. So.
Oh, you put the Cowboys logo up.
Nice.
I mean, one of the iconic Cowboys. I'll just let you go to Twitter.
Okay.
I just hit tweet on my stream deck to send it out too, so that we hopefully have a bunch of friends joining us tonight here talking a little bit of football. We're not going to talk about the topic Kelly wants to talk about first. Let's just talk about anything new in your world before we get to Kelly's topic a little bit later.
And are you talking football? Or are you talking,
in your world?
I mean, there's all kinds of football news. The Big Ten decided to stay in the Big Ten. The Ivy League. Who knew they even played football? But they canceled sports. I mean, whatever. Yeah. I don't know how I don't know. I'm less and less confident we're having an NFL season. There's all kinds of big news. And, the biggest news of the year, though, already has happened this year. The Bears won probably the greatest draft pick ever because a couple years ago when they picked Mitch Trubisky, had they not picked Mitch Trubisky, they have $400 million more in their account today than they would have if they drafted Mahomes. So,
That's true.
Go Bears.
And we will get to that a little bit later on here. Kelly, what's new in your world?
10th. Bears had a chance to pick him, and they passed him.
Yeah, they saved $400 million. That's what I said. Good job, Bears.
I tried to make this a news topic for later, but I see how I should have.
I'm just saying.
Go Bears is all I said.
I should
talking about the draft,
you gentlemen. So talk to me for let's go. We want to get into this football talk. So Kelly, let's say hello to the chat. Tell me what's going on over there. I know we got a good group in here tonight, and I'm excited to see.
I tell you what, we've got all kinds of people in here already tonight. We got Samantha Lowe, Orange Cone Blog. Sandy Norris is here. Matt Watchler is here. Welcome in. Glad to have you here. Captain Akron is here. Gary B. Dole Whip. My Chargers are whipped. Dad is here. Dave Houston. Bluenose 352 Chris. Andre Houston is here. Andre, what's up? Detroit Disney Duo. Addie Family Adventures. Tracy Glenn. Kinsey Day's dad.
Nice.
And Mara in Memphis is here. Hello, Mara. It's great to have you here. Thank you for being here. Producer Preston's in the house as well. And the smooth voice of Mr. Rob Fuzz is in the house. Marguerite Nagy and Mr. Willie Parker's here. Willie, good to see you. Donna A. Folan, Donna Jaworski's here. Mary Kehoe's here. Rally Creative Travel is here as well. I think we are caught up. Corner
Nice.
Sports just stepped in. Stacey
Nice.
Rogers.
Can I say something real fast? You mentioned
Ozzie
Orange
Bear's
Cone
here. I hear it. I love it.
Orange Cone Vlog. Ross applied for a job and got it today. Got the news today. So congrats. Really excited for him.
That's awesome. Congratulations.
Out there. We said OTB. I wanted to mention that.
Well, that's fantastic. Well, before we get to our guests, a couple just house cleaning things. First off, it's great to see a lot of our couch coaches in the chat tonight. Again, if you're new, please make sure you subscribe to all three of our channels, because during the year, we will be going back and forth, round robin, to our three channels as we watch the shows on all three of ours. So you're going to need to be in tune with all three of us to make sure that you're checking out the show.
Oh, man, I'm going to need to make a good preview now, huh? Or post-show or show.
You're going to have to actually do something
Set the standard.
Yeah, trying to do something. I just have a giant TV here. That's it. So and I spent a lot of program. Okay. Hi. Sorry, my daughter.
I got 4. I understand.
Yeah, it's a great thing. Trust me. Except when they walk in the middle of live streaming, when they see the light. The light, you know, it used to be a sock that I used to use. Maybe I need to do that again and go back to that. But
let's hope your daughters don't know what that means.
She's out of the
I've been
room
married
now.
so long, I don't know what that means.
Jeff Moeller, welcome in. Jake, good to see you. So, a couple bits of news real quick that we're going to talk about, obviously, with our friends, but want to hit it right off the top. Big congratulations first go to our friend Corey with Corey Meets World, somebody who we respect, we love. He hit 20,000 subscribers today in Magic Kingdom, which was awesome, but not to be outdone. Great friends of ours, Resort TV 1, hit 100,000 subscribers. They were actually boarding the Pirates of the Caribbean ride when it happened. It was exciting to see, and we're really happy for both Corey and Josh and Jenna and the success they're going to have. I think it won't be long down the road to when Corey hits those numbers himself. He does a great quality thing. It's Corey Meets World for his channel. He precedes us every Thursday night live from Disney and then shoots people over to us, which we love Corey for. And, of course, Resort TV 1, which huge. They broadcast every Friday night. So our guests tonight we're excited to have. And I'm going to bring those gentlemen in here to talk with us tonight. We've got from the channel More Sunshine, Please. Jim is here from sunny Florida. And Triple P Vlogs is here from Tennessee. He is not happy right now with my open, nor the picture up top in the corner, nor me right now. I'm surprised I didn't get nasty text during my opening. I fully expected it. Gentlemen, welcome.
Thanks for having us.
Hey, it's great to be here. So, Triple P, we'll start with you real quick. I know, obviously, big Steeler fan. Been a Steeler fan for years. Before I talk about your Steelers, which even though we're heated rivalries, you know that I respect because we talked about it. But I want to talk about respect even more important. I want to thank you for the service to our country. For those of you who don't know, Josh stood a post for us that allowed us to be here today, along with Kelly, which is a very admirable thing. So thank you for that. So how's things?
An honor to serve.
How's things at Triple P's world with the new baby?
Tiring, and I ran out of coffee today, and so I haven't had any coffee today because I keep forgetting to go get it.
Okay.
So it's been a long day.
Well, that will do it for you. Now, of course, Triple P will be on with us, which will be Thanksgiving night, which is going to be ridiculous because that is the night that my Ravens take on the Steelers. And I've got a lineup of Steelers fans that just can't wait to get on with us. And I'm a little nervous about that because I think I'm going to pay the price that night for everything I got going. Triple P, you looking forward to the Thanksgiving night?
Well, I mean, I don't really think it's going to be much of a competition, but yeah, of course.
I'm not sure which way you're referring, so I'm just not going to touch that. There's a transition to talk to our other guests. Jim, More Sunshine, Please, coming to us from the sunny state of Florida. Jim is a teacher, for those who don't know, another respected position in our world. We don't compensate our military, our police, our firefighters, or our teachers the way we should. So, Jim, what else is going on in your world today?
Thank you for having me. First of all, hello, everybody. It's a great pleasure to be here. I got a little nervous before, when we were sitting backstage. Got a little nervous. The gloves were already off. I didn't realize that I'd have to be on my toes like that. So I will. Although I'm a Lions fan, I'm originally from Michigan. So if anything comes my way, I just got to take it because there's nothing I can say.
It's like being in prison.
I wasn't going to throw that out there. And I know Kelly and Jeff are kind of leaving that alone too. But we are hoping that maybe on Thanksgiving Day when your Lions do play, which I believe is earlier in the day, and I'm pretty sure that I'll be sitting around my TV broadcasting somewhat, and we'll be jumping in and out that day until we get to the night show when everybody can come on. But if your boys are playing and you're around that day, I'd love for you to come on. So
that'd be fun.
Great.
Thanks. Yeah.
Absolutely. So before I hit the news, Kelly, want to update me on chat? What's going on with that, buddy?
We have Mr. Dale from Resort TV 1 here. Dale, it's always good to see you, brother. Thank you for being here. Corner Sports is here as well. Stacy Rogers, the Model Ball Mods, is here, and we love you, Stacy. Appreciate you.
Yeah, Fozzie Bear, yeah.
Fozzie. Piglet Roo's here. Piglet Roo loves Disney, or Piglet True, however you want to Disney that.
You know what? Hold on, I got to interrupt you for a second. I hope Piglet True comes on the show. Sunday night, I'm interviewing Zip, and I just want to make him say her name 5 times fast, just for the fun of it. So if you're around Sunday, I would love for you to be in the chat and me to have fun with Zip. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
That's all right. Jeff Muller's here. Kay Atwood is here. Jonathan Chung, thank you for being here as well. We're good.
Awesome. Jeffrey.
Yes, sir.
Your Cowboys.
Yes.
They got to be I saw you just tweeted out just shortly ago about your Cowboys. And this year there's a lot going on. Part of my news topic is talking about your Cowboys a little bit. And I'll transition that in a second. Here we go. First off,
somehow, but I don't know.
A lot of the Cowboys are part of this transition. Richard Sherman and other NFL players ripped the league for health guidelines. So that's one of our topics to discuss tonight. And your Cowboys were a large part of that list that I was looking at. The Seahawks are offering refunds for the 2020 season. While I think the Steelers should do that based on the way they're going to play, the Seahawks are just doing that based on the fact of the COVID. So that's interesting. That's the first team that I've seen do that. I think that's a really shows a lot of integrity by their team and their owners.
They'll all have to do that, won't they? I mean, if you don't come to the game and you paid for a ticket, you better get your dollar back.
I'm hearing 15,000 in the stands max is what I'm hearing.
Really?
I can't quote that. I've heard that from a couple, like 2 sources, but nobody wants to go on record yet. Returning July 26th.
Sounds like a regular Lions game.
Returning July 26th, the top 100 players to the NFL Network. We're grateful for the NFL Network because they help bring the Thursday night game, which we sit and analyze and watch. So we're going to talk a little bit about that tonight. And then the topic that I know Kelly wants me to transition to him. Patrick Mahomes signs a 10-year deal worth up to $503 million, and I am pretty sure he has 3 of the owner's kids coming to his house washing his cars along with it. He got the whole package, so we're going to talk about that. So with that, let's start by throwing it over to Kelly. Let's talk about that first topic. Patrick Mahomes, 10-year contract.
Oh, my gosh.
I want to hear what you think. I really honestly want to hear what you think.
You want to hear what I think? I think
it
is. I am. Okay. I think it's very out there. But the more I listen to the reasons behind it from Patrick, from the team, how it went down. Okay. Well, here's the deal. Most players would have probably taken a 5-year deal with the option at that point in time to get more money. He was going to be the highest paid quarterback this year, period. No matter who he played for, he would be the highest paid. This gave him some certain things that he was very particular for. One thing that he absolutely wanted was to be surrounded with a good team, and he knew that to do that, he had to come back a little bit on his price, believe it or not. That's the truth. He wanted security. He's got $141 million in injury guarantees. He's got $63 million fully guaranteed, and he's got some other guarantees in there as well to make sure he had financial security no matter what happened. But he also has a strong love for the Kansas City area. He has a strong love for the team. He feels that the team is very trustworthy. They've put their trust in him, and he has put their trust in them, and they feel like they have a very solid relationship, and that was kind of what he was looking for.
Real quick, Kelly, the question in the chat was how much was guaranteed? $141.48 million injury guarantee.
Correct. And injury guarantees. So if he gets hurt, he's getting $141 million no matter what. He gets $63 million fully guaranteed no matter what. So he's set himself up for success. They believe that we're going to do more with him. Now, if you do the math and you look at all the financials,
You need a big calculator.
he wins. You do. He wins 2 more Super Bowls in that 10 years. He's paid for his contract.
Yeah, that's true. Well, at this point, I usually go to one of our guests first, but tonight, because of what happened in the chat before we got started live, Jeff, your reaction?
So, as a Chargers fan, I'm not sad. If they don't win in 2020, and we might not even play in 2020, and they don't win in 2021, he better play linebacker too, because all the dollars are gone. All right. Number 2, I'll say it again. Congrats to the Bears for saving $400 million drafting Trubisky. I love Mahomes. He's a spectacular athlete. That is a lot of dollars in one position for a generation. I think at the back half of the contract, it's almost impossible to imagine anyone's going to think this is a good deal. So you better win this year or next year, in my never so humble opinion.
Well, somebody who's got something to say about that.
So part of the reason, hold on a second. Part of the reason he's not getting the cap this year and from there on out is because he took money off the table to ensure that there was money left to go back to these other players to surround him. And 12 years if you really look at the contract.
Well,
Josh and Jim, welcome to my world.
Elon Musk wants that contract. Just saying.
So if he would have gone to another team, they would have had to pay him the cap to take him.
I hope he can tackle.
I'm going to FaceTime Josh and Jim. We're just going to have our own show.
Josh.
Go ahead, buddy. Josh. They'll go all night. I love them to death, but when it's this topic, that would go all night. Tell me your thoughts on Mahomes and his contract.
I mean, you got to eventually put all your, eggs in one basket and build a team around somebody. So that's essentially what they're doing here. But that is a lot of money.
That's ridiculous.
But, look at, they're betting. They're betting on his skill set. Look at what, Tom Brady did for the Patriots. I'd like to say what Peyton Manning did for the Colts, but not really. He didn't really do so much for the Colts. But, what he came back and did for Denver, there's been some great quarterbacks that's been built around in the league throughout, the history of the NFL. I think that's what they're trying to do here. I think he's a great one. Obviously he's super young, so that helps.
Right.
But that's a lot of money.
There's a lot. Jim, your thoughts?
Well, it's funny. It seems like Mahomes is having his cake and eating it too, because he's the highest paid athlete in the history of the universe. And a Chiefs fan like Kelly is praising his sacrifice.
Yes. Thank you, Jim.
That he could have been paid more. So he can't do anything wrong. That's
Nobel Peace Prize coming next
comical. I'm just jealous.
That's me too. Detroit Disney Duo is right in that same path with you, Jimmy. He's one of our couch quarterbacks this year, and Sean says Matt Stafford is the Lions franchise QB, and we paid a lot. It really has to be good quarterback to be a franchise person. So while he's been a good quarterback, he really hasn't helped the franchise win, and that's been Detroit's biggest issue. So
I like Matthew Stafford. I'm a Georgia fan, and so I liked him back in UGA.
Yeah, I love Stafford too.
He's the best quarterback, best Detroit quarterback in my lifetime.
Well, who's number 2?
There is no number 2.
Exactly.
Eric Pippel.
That would be Isaiah Thomas. So we got 57 in here watching right now. We appreciate that. Please hit the like button if you're new. Subscribe to the channels, especially our 2 guests tonight, Triple P Blogs and More Sunshine, please. 2 of our couch coaches this year to join us throughout the year, and you'll see more of them. We'll talk about their channels a little bit later on here. Before we get to the next big topic here, one of the topics that came up in college that we were talking about before the vlog started, before the live stream started, was the fact of the Big Ten opting to only play a Big Ten schedule. That's the first big conference to announce it. And I think, Jeff, you were saying what the Ivy League said they're done for the year?
Yeah, I didn't know they played football, but apparently they're not going to play this year either.
Okay, so that's an interesting topic. Jim, do you follow much college?
Just Michigan, oddly enough. If Michigan's not playing, I'm not watching.
Okay,
Well,
nice.
they're only playing in the Big Ten. I'll tell you that right now.
Mm-hmm.
You a Tennessee Vols fan down there, Trip?
Nope. Georgia all day.
Georgia all day. Nice. Bulldogs. Yes, I like it. Well, we do appreciate that. Kelly, what's your thought on that change with the schedule? With them saying I'm only going to play Big Ten teams. Does everybody have to do that?
It's a weird year.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really honestly.
That's putting it lightly.
That's about the best I can give you on that. We haven't even seen it all yet. We haven't seen. There's going to be some more changes. There's going to be more things come out, and what are you going to do when a whole team has been exposed? We just going to cancel the game? They going to forfeit? What? I mean, we haven't even seen this yet.
Football would be hilarious. I'm just
Stay away.
It's weird.
Stay away.
Jim, your thoughts on they're talking about playing the games either with empty stadiums or with limited amount of fans in there. I'm curious to see what you and Triple P think on that. Jim, your thoughts? Limited stadiums, empty stadiums?
Well, I think if they're going to play at all, they can't have crowds in these stadiums. Or what are they going to? Are they going to have a fan and then 2 empty seats and then another fan? That's not feasible. You can't do that. So I think if they're going to play at all, it's got to be, Korean baseball. It's like what they did. It's kind of right now. I feel it's got to be like that.
I'm laughing at some of the comments in the chat. Tracy Glenn saying flag football time. Jonathan's laughing at touch football.
Trip, can't even do flag. It's within 6 feet. Like, what? I don't understand.
It's a long flag. Long flag.
Yeah. I just don't see it happening. I don't think. Well, for one, you can't like Jim said, you can't have people in the stands because, as you guys know, you've all been to pro games. Like you sit so close, even not side by side, but in front of you and behind you. Like it wouldn't be enough to pay the people to come man the concession stands.
I agree.
No.
And then, just look at, I don't know if any of you guys follow golf, but look at the issues that just golf is having trying to manage golfers to stay healthy. And that's way less people. So I can't imagine, how the NFL is going to handle
people
that.
Like me have been saying, why aren't we playing golf? And then they played golf. And even that didn't work. I'm going to talk a little bit about baseball real fast. When David Price of the Dodgers announced that he wasn't playing for the season, and there was a bunch of other people who did before, I kind of got sad. I got to be honest. I'm thinking about football and baseball. I feel like I've been the guy who's been saying, hey, it's going to be okay. I don't think we're having a season. I don't think we're having a baseball season. I don't think we're having a football season. I think that too many of the athletes are going to say, thanks, but no thanks. I'll go to the Caribbean, which I would too. Like, if you have the dollars in the bank already, why are you going to play this year? You don't need it. Go ahead.
Right.
They're talking about holding 30% of the players back if they do that, or their salaries, or if they don't have fans in the stands.
So I'm not a millionaire, and I'll stay home. They're millionaires. Why wouldn't they stay home? Like,
right?
Why, I mean, and their unions. I'm talking about both baseball and football, and they're very tight. If the players' unions get together and say, you know what, guys. We got enough dollars. We'll sell some uniforms. Hey, let's go and play Madden online and we'll get some sponsor and we'll make some money. They'll probably make more money, seriously, because we're all dying for sports. And, you don't have to tackle somebody while you're 6 feet away. I don't know. Yeah. I don't want to be like the bearer of bad tidings, but I think less and less every day we're going to play.
Is the NBA still planning on coming to Florida? The hot spot of the country. That's still the plan? Okay.
Yep, they're en route. They were putting all the facilities together and all that recently. And
I mean, what do you guys think? I don't want to be the only one stating that.
No, I agree. I agree.
I mean, people are testing positive and they're just practicing among their own team. So what's going to happen when they play other teams? And
let's be honest, NFL players really aren't known to be the most rule-abiding people. So, if their coaching staff tells them to stay home, 9 times out of 10, they're not going to stay home because they think they're invincible because, they're big-time athletes. And, that's just a lot to manage.
They may not get sick. They may not have something serious, but there's not even relevance to that because I just don't think they're going to play. I think there's going to be enough people that are going to just say, "Hey, coach, I'm staying home this year."
It'd be interesting to see.
Baseball, it's a snowball.
So we got 53 in here watching right now with us. Please hit the like button. Again, we're here today with more sunshine, please, Jim, and Triple P Blogs, Josh, and we're excited to talk to them. We're going to talk to them about their channels in a little bit, and waiting for our surprise guest to hopefully come on here in just a few minutes and join us.
Mahomes coming on because I'm out of here.
He was on. He wanted too much. I couldn't afford him.
Okay.
I couldn't afford him.
Either can the Chiefs, but didn't stop them.
The good thing is for everybody, if we don't have a season, and knock on wood, we hope we don't have that, we will still be here every Thursday night chatting and enjoying ourselves, talking football, talking a little bit of Disney, and that'll be a good thing. Myers and the Mouse, your floor.
Hey, just wanted to make sure we welcomed in David Stevens, Adventures with VP, Mr. R. John Richard. Thank you for being here. David Stevens, LSU mom. Always a pleasure having you. Tina McNeil as well. We have Casey Bryant, Andrew Bidding, and Big Noah Mountain 5. Thank you.
Mom just brought dinner, but she didn't bring it for all of us.
No, but
I want some pizza.
look at this.
That looks really good.
What is that? Is that a funnel cake?
Yes.
Wow.
Gotta love Mama Mouse.
Don't you wish you had funnel cake like me?
Hey, Mom, are you married? What the heck? Hey.
As we get into talking with our two guests tonight, let's talk a little bit about their channels and what they have going. And I want to talk first with Jim for More Sunshine, please, being that Detroit doesn't have a game officially in the Thursday night profile, but you're still here with us, and hopefully we get to talk with you throughout the year and on Thanksgiving. Tell me what's going on More Sunshine, please, with your channel.
Yeah, thanks. I'm closing in on my watch hours, so that's exciting. I'll be there within a month, I would imagine.
Awesome. Everybody,
that's awesome, Jim.
watch hours. That's huge.
Thank you. And then also what I have going on, besides all the live streaming I'm trying to do, Dean from the Live Place started this. He had this notion. He wanted to see if somebody could come up with a viral video. And I kind of wanted to hop in on that. And I don't have any dream that I can just create a viral video on command. But he put this call out there, so I thought I'd join in. So this week, probably tomorrow, I'm going to record footage for that, and I'll just tell you what it is. It's a ASMR Disney version. So that'll be my try for the Live Place viral video challenge.
That's awesome.
Nice. That's thinking outside the box. And
That's
what
next.
Are you on, Jim? Do you have a set night that you're doing, or are you kind of random?
I do have a Tuesdays. It used to be at 7:30. Patrick Zippity Doodad is now taking a bit of a hiatus, so I'm going to start at 7 p.m. and go until 8, just to get more hours in there, and then so it's every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. That's my usual show. Thank you.
Awesome. So we want to make sure Tuesday night you're checking out. Trips, what do you got going over there with your channel? I know you got Coffee Contemplation, which is a great show. I enjoy that a lot, but talk to us about what you guys got going.
Yeah, typically we stream, Lynn and I stream our partner channel on Saturday mornings, Coffee Contemplation, like you mentioned. We switch channels back and forth. And then Magical Monday Mayhem on Mondays, where it's just kind of a precursor to, the Monday primetime vlogger streams.
Mm-hmm.
We don't really talk. It's supposed to be Disney news, but we really haven't had much of that. So it's really just random. But I've been doing these Lego vlogs.
They're great.
And I've been kind of behind. I've been a little bit procrastinating, and just life is busy. So I've hit my streams, but I haven't done any vlogs as of yet. But I've got sets beside me to build, and hopefully sooner than later I'll have a Disney vlog. But such is life. I don't want to bring anything home to an infant. So
well, I don't blame you there. And again, for those that don't know, Patrick is new dad for his second daughter, which we're excited about for him. Josh. And for his wife and family.
Josh.
Yes.
Patrick
Yes,
a little bit, but
so the great thing about both gentlemen here tonight, Josh does great with his Legos. If you're looking for somebody who knows the Legos, he's one to follow and jump in and join his.
I just wish there was a Lego podcast I could listen to.
Oh yeah, I got that too.
Oh,
There's a lot of Lego stuff out there too.
Yeah.
So-
what's
and
that thing called?
Brick, the Bricks
Where would you find
podcast
that?
the Brick
I
Podcast.
don't
So
know.
on anywhere you listen to podcasts. It's there.
there you go. So if you're into podcasts, Josh is definitely one to jump into. And I can tell you with Jim's shows that I've had the luxury of being on lately, the great thing about it is Jim's comedic humor is fantastic. I watched recently and I laughed out loud a lot. And I called him, I texted him not too after. I said, hey, it's a great job. So we're trying to help him get his hours. So if you could go on and check out his shows, that would be great. One of the hardest things to do is to get the hours. Jeff, what do you got? Sunday, you got a big special. Who you got coming on?
We got Bill from Magic the Mouse TV, also a podcast, and Creator Talk Afterwards with Lynn.
Nice.
Lynn
Great. And Bill is one of our armchair quarterbacks also.
Great guy.
He will be on later on this year. Kelly, what do you and Mama have going big besides eating Disney treats and not giving us any?
I'll share, but I'll mail them to you in an envelope.
Good to see you.
Mama's got Preserving the Magic that she does on Wednesdays, and then we have Saturday. Mama and I talk Disney or some inspirational stuff on Saturdays at noon Central Time, 1 o'clock Eastern Time. But hey, I do want to say this real quick. And of course, I'm on with these fine gentlemen here Thursdays. But real quick, folks, do me a favor. Do us a favor. This gentleman down here, go to his channel, play his playlist, put it in the background, get this man some watch hours. He is so deserving. He really does a fantastic job. So if you would please give him a hand, we'd appreciate that very much.
Thank you.
Very appreciative. We had a big announcement the other night, on Wednesday night, that we are going to be doing. Kelly's going to be joining me on Sunday the 19th at 6 o'clock, which is a precursor to my Off the Wall show. I'll be at 8 o'clock interviewing Mouse Talk that night, but the precursor to that will be Kelly, myself, and Steve will be live, and we are going to put together our own Muppet 3D. If you like the Muppets, yes, Josh?
By Steve, do you mean Toaster Steve?
Yes, I do mean Toaster
Okay,
Steve.
just need to clarify.
Okay, Steve,
That was Ballerina Steve.
Toaster Steve will be there. And what we are going to do is we're going to each pick out of the top 25 Muppets that we select, and we will announce them beforehand, the Muppet, who they are. We are going to each pick a person from our community that we think would best be that Muppet. And then with us that
If anybody picks Miss Piggy for me, I'm going to punch you right now.
there's nothing wrong with being Miss Piggy. She's one of the most honored and treasured Muppets there is.
I don't know. I'm just saying.
A character that takes nothing off of nobody. So we're going to pick who it is, and Zip will be there as the final judge between the three of us arguing.
That's a horrible decision.
He's going to pick the Muppet, and we are going to sign them a Muppet badge of honor. What's that, though?
Who gave him that job? What the heck?
Yeah,
you
Jonathan
met him?
totally nailed it. Steve's totally Miss Piggy.
Yes, and there it is, right there.
My only goal is for me not to be Miss Piggy. That's my only goal. So.
Because,
No worries, because Steve is it. If Steve's not it, then this list isn't worth.
because you didn't let me
listening to.
finish. You didn't let me finish.
You're very sensitive tonight.
I am. This was something that we came up with because Steve did a Muppet show the other night. I was on talking to Zip at the time. We were talking about it. Said, wow, this is great. And I said, I'm going to reach out to my co-hosts to see if they want to get involved. So I haven't had a chance to talk to you yet. I did talk to Kelly. I was going to tell you that if you want to join us that Sunday night, we would love to have you. Because we're going to
Sure, who are you talking to?
You. Go with that.
I'm absolutely happy.
Miss Piggy, you.
You. So that's coming on the 19th, but it's going to be a fun night, and it's going to be not just people in our community that are creators. Some of those people that are in the chat, like Stacy Rogers, who I love as Fozzie Bear. Some of our chatters out there might be selected with the Muppet Badge of Honor. So that's pretty exciting. So we're looking forward to that. It's going to be a fun night. We want to just have fun. Yes, Jeff.
So is it Muppets, like Muppets, or is Big Bird and Yoda?
No,
I mean, are we Muppets
Pure
or are we?
Muppets. It is the pure Muppets here. I will very quickly, extremely quickly, give you
I kind of want to Yoda there for a second.
the list as I have the list. The Muppet list will be Kermit the Frog, Miss Piggy, Fozzie Bear, Gonzo the Great, Ralph the Dog, Scooter, Animal, Pepe the King Prawn, Rizzo the Rat, Walter, Dr. Teeth. I got to look up Dr. Teeth's female lead. I didn't have her name, but it got thrown to me last night.
Janice.
Thank you. I couldn't remember it. So Janice will be one. We will have a Statler and Waldorf, which could be those two in the top of my screen right now, very easily. Bunsen Honeydew, Beaker, the Swedish Chef, Sam the Eagle, Carmilla the Chicken, Bono the Bear, Bean the Bunny, Crazy Harry, Sweetums, Uncle Deadly, Robin the Frog, the Newsman, and Johnny Fiamma, who is the Latin singer, or the Italian singer, whatever you want to look at him.
Rizzo the Rat. Did I hear Rizzo the Rat like the Latin?
Rizzo the Rat's on the list.
Oh, did I miss it? Okay.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
we're going to have fun the 19th, and more to come on that. And we're real excited about that. So
I love this idea so much. I'm going to pretend like it was my idea. That's how much I love that idea.
Well, that's I love that thing. So let's talk about one other thing before we get back to our guest about a little bit more football. Let's talk about our Pick'em League that we've got going here. We started it after the first week when it was Zip that came to us and said, hey, why don't you guys do this? He's also said that he's going to win the whole thing himself. And it is a free Pick'em League. If Don or Stacy can put my email up there. Basically, the way you get into it is you send me an email saying, hey, I'm interested. I will get you the information. We're not just throwing it out there all over the internet. And, I like this. I got to put this up there. Sweetums, is that Dole Whip? That's great.
Depends on who's talking to me.
We got the Pick'em League. Basically, each week you'll go in. It's online. Takes you 5 minutes. You pick the winner of the game. Every game you pick right, you get a point. We're going to have a ranking system. I did secure from a sponsor a $100 gift card for the winner, $100 Visa gift card. I already have it in my safe, believe it or not, which is amazing. So we have a $100 gift card for the winner, plus bragging rights. We hope everybody right now, these are the people that we have in there. Tommy from Corner Sports, Avery the Cuban American, Dole Whip Dad finally joined the party.
The season's like 4 months, dude.
Gary B is in. Road Trip Dave, Shoreman, Dre J 25, which is Andre Houston, AJ. Stacy Rogers is in. Pack owner Dave Houston's in. Dizar Dream is in. Tina McNeil, Supermod is in. Mouse Talk, David in South Carolina is in. Joey's best bud Keith is in. It's Mile High Bug. Roger Miller's in. Carlos, Disney World Freak. Ryan McDowell, the enhancer himself, will be there. Tracy Glenn's in. More Sunshine, Please. Living in Biz. Amy, AJC Magic. Griswold Family, Vacay. Dale from Resort TV1. Captain Akron. Donna Jaworski. Kelly Myers from the Myers and the Mouse Show. Viapree Project. Ed is in. Detroit Disney Duo is in. My son is in. Preston. Zippity Doodad. Myself. It's not like you had a baby or something that you couldn't get in yet. No reaction.
About me?
Yeah, you. He has the information. He's been really busy. So hopefully Josh will be getting in with us. We're going to have a lot of fun this year. $100 to the winner, which will be nice. A gift card. You can take your better choice out to dinner. And email on Facebook. Facebook is fine. Stacy and Mike. Twitter. I'm on Twitter and I'm on Instagram. Just get a hold of me and I'll get with you. But I will need an email to get you in and get you lined up and get you all the information. So when we do that. So that's going to be a lot of fun. We'll talk more about that as we go through. Let's talk about the next topic. Seahawks offer refunds for the 2020 season. Josh, let's start over with you on this one. What's your thoughts on teams providing refunds?
Oh, I mean, they have to. That would be a PR nightmare.
Yeah.
Like, I feel bad for like season ticket holders who are on like the monthly payment thing. I've got a buddy who's a Titans season ticket holder and he pays every month. And, it's just like being a pass holder and paying a monthly payment for, not being able to go to the parks back when they were closed. They have to. I can't imagine that PR nightmare of people lined up at the stadium wanting a refund because you won't give it to them.
Right.
Jim?
Agreed. Yeah, same thing. It's what a mess that would be. But
Very much so.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I've never been a season ticket holder, so I've never had that problem.
Yeah,
I'd be happy to have that problem right now, right?
It's a no-brainer. I don't know how the Seahawks beat everybody else to it to get a little PR plus out of it, but everybody's going to do it.
It's a good point. So many players are ripping the league over health guidelines, some of the challenges that we have in there. Obviously, we're hearing about different teams, baseball teams and college teams getting the virus and having to go home. This is a physical game. I'm curious, what that's going to be like. You think the players are in the right there, Jim?
Can you repeat that? I'm sorry.
There's a lot of players out there that are ripping the league on the health guidelines. Do you think the players are in the right for doing so?
Yeah, absolutely. There, without the health of the players, there is no season. It's I feel the same way. I'm a teacher in Florida. They're making us all go back in a few weeks, and I feel like we're in the same predicament. I mean, it's. As soon as the first few people get sick, what are you going to do? So, this is paramount. This is top of the priority list here.
Okay, interesting. Jeff, Kelly, your thoughts on it?
Go ahead, Kelly.
It's one of those things where you kind of have to ask yourself, do we skip a year? I mean, I'm back to that whole, it's kind of like what Jim's saying. You open up the schools and 2 weeks later, everybody goes poof, and you have this huge problem. If this happens with the NFL, starting it and then having to stop it, it's just like talking about Disney, right?
Yeah.
Disney was smart. They kind of pushed theirs back a little bit further. They wanted to see what was going on because to start it back up and then shut it back down again was going to be
and we're still really early in that.
And we really are. You're right, Josh.
Yeah.
So,
Look
you
at
look
that.
at players.
Is a good comment there. Football won't make it to the first game this season.
And it's very possible. But as far as the players' health and safety to themselves is more important than the owners and managers. Those people, they want to make money, right?
Right.
That's what they want to do. So,
but they still can. There's plenty of ways to make money.
That's exactly right. There's plenty of ways to do it without playing. But when it comes to the players saying my health and safety is the most important thing, and you're not providing me what I feel is a safe environment to work in, I'm not going to work.
Yeah, well, that's understandable.
Well, and I mean, to be completely honest, what exactly makes a safe environment in such a
that's the
physically
unknown
demanding here. It's just like any sport. Like you still have to go to a gym and work out. There's still people in that gym.
It's like any job. If you went to work every day and your employer said, we're not buying hand sanitizer, you don't have to wear a mask when you come to work, and we're not making customers wear it, I'm not going to feel very safe. I may also challenge that authority and say, I may not go to work.
In a normal workplace, the worker doesn't have as much power as they do in Major League Baseball and the NBA and
You're
the
correct.
NFL.
Right.
In the NFL and the NBA and Major League Baseball, none of them need to go to work. They're good. Now, I'm not saying they're good forever. The average lineman's got a 3-year career. I understand that. But unless they don't have a contract yet, they're good for now. They're good for the next 12 to 18 months. My personal opinion on how dangerous the situation is versus the reality of what we're dealing with right now, I don't think we're having sports. Like I want to be Mr. Positivity. I just don't think we're having sports. I think that David Price and 5 or 6 other ball players started a snowball that is going to continue. Richard Sherman, all that. What are they doing? They're taking a position that's going to give them a play. If the world changes and all of a sudden it's safe, and it's not, it's either safe now or it's not going to change, by the time we get to August. So I just don't think we're playing. I just don't. I think that Richard Sherman and all of them are going to push towards that, and we'll be watching them play Madden.
I think the easiest way to resolve this for the safety of the players, the safety of the fans, is just to declare Kansas City Chiefs the winner of this year's Super Bowl, get it over with, and we just don't play.
You're choking Mama
anyway.
Somebody's choking. I can't believe it.
I'm celebrating. Are you kidding? Woohoo! Go
I'm gonna need Mama to get all the way in the screen. It's like when somebody barely touches you,
You really won't.
Kelly, hello. First off, hello to Mama Mouse. She's always
Mama.
Anything going on with the chat new? We've had some great comments.
Mike Wheelers has stopped in. Amy from AJC Magic is here. Magic of the Mouse TV and Movie Maniac is here as well. Guys, welcome in. Thank you for being here.
And I saw Magical News Live. Nick was here for a little bit too.
Yep, he popped in as well.
So good crowd tonight. We've got 50 in the chat still chatting with us here as we talk with our two great guests. We encourage you to go over and sign up for their channels. They've got some great content. More Sunshine Please, Triple Please vlogs. Jim's trying to make his number on watching. We would appreciate it. Put it in the background like Kelly asked. Yes, Kelly.
Dale says, Chiefs fans, let's not get greedy with the trophy. Where were you when Patriots thing was going on?
No kidding.
He was in Florida running around doing God knows
I don't
what.
disagree with that.
No, live streaming.
At least Neil, a Disney family, welcome and good to see you here. So, again, check out our two guests here tonight. We're excited to have them here. So we're looking at the NFL teams. Let's take a minute to talk with our guests about their teams. Jim, you touched for a second on Detroit. Obviously, they're still in the process of trying to work through and find out what they got going.
It's a rebuilding phase. That's what.
What's your feel on your team this year and where they're going, what they're doing? You know.
Yeah, it's another rebuilding year. We're always looking ahead because that's all we have. We already had our playoffs, which every year for the Lions fan is draft day. So we're good. We're all set with the season. We don't need, during this stay-at-home thing, I've watched more Barry Sanders highlights than any one man can take.
That's pretty good.
I don't think we're going to be playing this year, like Jeff said. So I'm going to go back and maybe start some Calvin Johnson highlights. I think that's next for me.
You see him talking about he wishes the Falcons would have drafted him.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he was talking about it. I read it last night. I don't know when the article was, but
I hadn't seen that. Mr. Julie 95 says, breaking news, the LA Chargers are asking for the NFL to cancel the season so they can cancel their beating this year.
Hey, well, they're talking about the Redskins changing their name, and they're talking about going to the Red Tails. Have you seen that?
I've seen the Warriors been talked about.
Yeah, that's a big thing in the news. But I also heard that the Chargers were changing their name this year, possibly.
Here it comes. So the what? I'll ask. Go ahead.
To the Rayovacs.
The Rayovac.
Yeah, it's the cheap battery. It just comes out strong and then putters out in the end.
Wow.
Kelly, I will say one thing.
Yes, sir.
When you started that first sentence about the Redskins, I was so praying to God you weren't bringing up that text from earlier. I thought you were going down that path, and I was about to drop you out of the stream because we were going to go from family content to really bad. And
I don't know what he's talking about, but I'm going to throw up there to Kelly. Battery jokes, they're hard. Good try.
Somewhere right now, Dale's doubled over in tears. Thinking about that could have happened. Triple P, you know what I'm talking about? You were on that, weren't you?
I don't think so.
So I'm sorry. I'll forward it to you. Came from Dale. It was crazy. So your team, the Steelers, you're getting your quarterback back. They're always competitive. It drives me nuts that they're always competitive. How are you thinking they're going to fare this year?
Well, from everything that I've read and heard, Ben's looking good. He's got a strong arm. I really, really thought last year would be his last season. I still agree with that. I feel like we need a year to build up under a young quarterback, find our version of a Mahomes. We've always done good putting a solid team around a quarterback and lifting them up to bring him up to the level. Ben's just tired. Obviously, he's taken some beatings he's taken some hits over the years. He's been a target.
He's got a couple rings. He's pretty. His numbers justify that he should be recognized in Canton at some point down the road.
Yeah, 100%.
So if you're sitting in his thing and he's got new kids on the way and all kinds of stuff like that, do you really want to take that beating? You just have to wonder how much of it drives in there.
Yeah. I mean, let's be honest. There's way more Steelers players in Canton than Ravens players. Easy.
They've been around a little bit longer.
Well, true. But, I mean, even in recent years.
The first first pick selections from our team went in. The third one went in. How much more do you need? You know what? I'm not worried about it. You'll get yours. Thanksgiving night, your turkey will be served cold. It's going to be fun. We're going to have a good time. But
sounds like a turkey sandwich to me. Everybody likes turkey sandwiches. That's not so bad.
I respect the Steelers immensely. Their owners are the class act of the league, and that's a big factor. I think our surprise guest is getting ready to join us here in the part here for the last one.
She's right there.
Well, that wasn't our surprise guest, but I'm glad Mom is here. But I do respect the Steelers, and I do respect their owners. They are always there. They do have multiple championships, and it's a good thing. But with that, I'm going to bring in our special guest, the surprise guest, and he is known very well in the community, and you guys are going to be happy to see him here. It is Chris Bluenose.
Hey, what's up, Bluenose?
What's up, buddy?
Howdy.
What's going on, guys?
Wearing a pumpkin zippy shirt. I love it. It's good to see.
Yep.
Chris, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing all right. Sorry I'm so late. My email wasn't working, and I don't know what went wrong. I apologize for coming in so late.
You're fine, dude. We're glad you're here. We're glad you're here. So Chris is known to many of us through the community. He is a huge supporter of many of the channels. And when we were putting this together, our show, we got to talk in, and Chris is a huge Bears fan, much like Dale. And Chris is going to be joining us on the Bears night talking about it. Chris is a gentleman who knows a ton about aviation, and it's pretty amazing. And Chris, share with our viewing audience what you want to share, a little bit about you, what you got going, anything you want to share, bud.
Obviously my big hobby is aviation. I have a couple of other hobbies, storm chasing, and killer whales. Killer whales, I've been studying them for at least a couple of decades now. Can't wait to go swimming with them next year. That'll be fun.
Good gravy.
Going back to storm chasing, I actually have a couple of severe storms just to my west here, and just keeping an eye on the radar with that. And
where are you? Are you Illinois? I don't remember where you're at.
I'm in Illinois. Yep.
Okay. Yeah. Didn't feel right.
Now, are you posting any of those on any of the social media platforms? Any of the storm chasing you're doing, or any stuff like that? A few. Mainly, I more or less follow them and still get a few tips from them. Different things come out every year. Brand new things come out every year. Kelly used to storm chase.
Yeah.
And he's one. It would be great if one of these times if we both met and actually did a little storm chasing together. I know that you had quite a bit of severe weather your direction for at least the past couple of days.
Yeah, we did, and I had to work and couldn't go play. That would be great. I would love to do that with you sometime, Chris. I really would. I actually would like to come up and hang out with you at an air show as well.
Yeah. Well, this season it seems to be a complete washout, unfortunately.
Right.
So many air shows have been canceled. But all the pilots, they're keeping up with their proficiency and doing a little bit of flying around, just kind of knocking off all the cobwebs and
sure.
Just staying away from hanger rash.
Yeah.
Chris, what's your thought on your Bears this year?
Oh, geez. Well,
aren't you glad you didn't draft Mahomes? That's what I have to say.
Yeah. And after I heard that contract deal, my gosh, unbelievable. But he's still young, and I'm sure even though the Chiefs got the Super Bowl this past back in February, he's still young and he still has a lot to show. I imagine that he's still holding back, possibly. So, yeah.
So's Mitch.
Yeah.
If you think about it, he's only making $6 million more a year than the top end quarterback right now. I know. I actually said those words. It kind of hurt to say it because only $6 million. more.
Are you talking about who
Always
Elon
sexy,
Musk
right?
or
That's
Patrick
all.
Mahomes? Who are we talking about?
If you average it out, it's about 45 million a year. Right now, 39.5, I think.
If
is
you don't bother with the averaging and you just say $500 million, I mean,
fair enough.
Yeah,
Well,
okay.
the way that I look at it, and I'd really hate to say it, is, and not about the Chiefs, but about NFC North. I believe that. Oh, I'd hate to say this. I really think that Green Bay will get it again. So,
Wow.
man,
that's
I'd
pretty
hate to
good.
say that.
Wow.
Yeah, I know it's against my Bears. I know, but the deal with all the coaching that happened a couple of years ago, and Aaron Rodgers, it was kind of a crappy deal going against the coach and really not putting forth their best. But last year, when a lot of people thought they're not going to be at their greatest, and sure enough, they showed them just how great they are. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it's still kind of a toss up between. I still say my Bears and Green Bay, and I don't know. I think Green Bay might have the edge this year.
That's
Who knows?
right.
Vikings might have something to say about that.
Yeah, Vikings are.
True. And I was gonna say maybe the Vikings too, but
Jim right now is thinking nobody's saying the Lions.
yeah.
And
Oh yeah, and the Lions. Yeah.
I don't even know why I'm here, but yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah, we're
Jim.
happy.
Sorry.
It's for you, not the Lions, buddy.
I'm used to it.
Oh God, that's good stuff. Well, I mean, we've had it's coming up on the 10 o'clock hour. We try to go for 1 hour here in the off season. As we get closer into the season, we'll probably stretch it out a little, as it looks like we're going to start doing some preseason stuff. We're looking probably at 2 games of preseason, and we'll probably start stretching it out a little bit more there. Chris, I will definitely have you back again before we start the season for a little bit lengthier time, because I was laughing at Movie Mania Nick's comment. It's $500 million, which I thought was great, a great thing. Aaron Rodgers took the helm from one of the quarterbacks that's over Brett Favre. So we've got 52 in the chat. We're going to get ready to go around for kind of our final comment, thought on football, thought on what's going on in the league, anything that's on your mind related to the show. For your last topic, we'll go around. We'll usually start with our guests and go take the circle around. We're going to do that tonight. So because I just brought Chris Bluenose in, I'm going to wait and give him a second to get himself together. We're going to go reverse today. So we'll throw it over to Jim. Any last thoughts on football, the season, what's going on? Any thoughts on your channel, anything you got upcoming that you want to share? We'd love to hear your final thought as we go around.
Thank you, Pete, for having me. Guys, thank you for allowing me to be here. I hope there's a season. I'm not certain there will be, but here's hoping. If there is a season, it'll be the most interesting season ever, and that includes college too. I'm a Big Ten fan, so I actually don't know what that does as far as keeping the Big Ten teams safe. I don't know. I guess that's just limiting extra travel.
Less travel, I guess is what they're saying.
I guess so. But still, a Big Ten. I mean, there's still a ton of travel. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Cut the schedule by 30%.
Yeah.
Shelly Starwalker, welcome in.
And so anyway, here's hoping for a season. My channel again. Thank you for all the kind words, everybody. Trying to get my hours. My regular live stream is Tuesday nights at 7 p.m. now. So hope to see you there. Thanks again, everybody.
Okay. Triple P, over to you, buddy.
Man, thanks for having me on. I know we've chatted about it a little bit. I'm glad to finally made it. Last time I was on was last year, and me and Kelly kind of took over your stream.
You know what? I couldn't have picked a better person to pick up my slack when I was laying down. So thank you, buddy.
But man, I hope we have football, but I really don't see it happening, but let's hope for the best. But if we have ball, more power to it. But obviously, the hope is that everyone stays safe. So
yeah.
That's definitely what we do hope. And you're going Monday nights at 6, 7? Monday nights at 7?
Yeah, 7 Eastern.
7 Eastern, and then on Saturdays for Coffee and Contemplation, it rotates between you and Lynn Project.
Yes.
Right. So it's a great show. I enjoy that on Saturday mornings. I listen to your show and make fun of Carlos on his, so it works out good. Good Saturday morning start. So, Chris, you got anything going on with anything you got coming up with what you're doing, or just kind of taking it easy?
Well, I have been slacking on trying to get a program together with Tim Pruitt. Tim Pruitt and I, we're discussing putting an aviation live stream together.
Nice.
And actually, a few of our guests are on this stream right now.
Nice.
Hopefully, in the future, might have Josh, Kelly, and Jeff to kind of talk around a little bit of aviation.
That's
Love
fantastic. That's fantastic. Well, when you guys do that, make sure that my co-hosts are pushing that out to everybody. And if they're not, let me know, and I'll help you out with that. But I'm sure you won't have that problem knowing the integrity of those two gentlemen that I have joining me each week. And with that, I transition to Jeff. And we'll go to you. What do you got going on in your world? Your last thoughts on football for this week?
Well, last thoughts on football. They just came out with the top 10. I guess it's marketing money from the NFLPA. So the athletes that are making the most from like EA Sports licensing and jersey licensing. And number one, he's been retired for a few years. It's Peyton Dang Manning still. Isn't that insane?
It is.
He's got the show that he's doing on the ESPN Plus, and it's fantastic. If you ever watch it, it's hysterical.
Well, he's hilarious. But I just thought that was an interesting thing, and I wanted to talk about it because it was kind of newsworthy. Sunday night, just to my buddy Bill Magic the Mouse. He's in the chat, or at least he was a couple minutes ago. I think he might still be here. It's gonna be a lot of fun talking about what he's got going, what he's been doing, what he's gonna be doing, and just talking a lot of Disney and having fun. And then Creator Talk Sunday night, and I do a bunch of stuff. Go subscribe to all these people, even Kelly.
At least to me.
And that is the perfect transition. Kelly, will you be talking the last little bit of football, or is Mama Mouse taking over for you?
Mama Mouse, do you have anything to say about football?
Well, I don't know what y'all have said about Patrick Mahomes accepting that contract, but I really don't think it was a good idea on his behalf. I think he should have waited it out.
Well, it was good talking to you today.
The guy who's going to have $1 billion.
No, I just think that stop it.
I love it.
Maybe he could have negotiated every 2 or 3 years and gone up and up and up and up. Because by 2025, maybe he could have been making $60 million instead of
maybe by 2025 he'll be broken.
Well, and that's
right.
Again.
That's why he's got $141 million in injury guarantees.
So when your kiddos come home and they're like, "Hey, Mom, I won the Nobel Prize," you're like, "Work harder." Is that what's going on?
Jeff,
my goodness.
You know what? Come on, buddy. Let's go. I'll throw you down right now. I'll take you out.
Kelly, your final thoughts?
Can I renegotiate my contract?
Tomorrow.
Can you renegotiate your contract with Mama Mouse? I love it.
So,
that is the line of the week.
Yeah, let's do that and see who comes out on top.
So, guys, thank you all so much for being here. Again, Saturday, 1:00 Eastern time. Mama here's got a great crafting thing going on preserving the magic on Wednesdays, and then she pop-up streams throughout the week. So make sure you're subscribed to catch those as they come up. I'm gonna say a couple more things again. One, guys, don't forget to go to Jim Sunshine, North Sunshine. Please make sure you go click on one of his bunch of videos and let them run in the background. Help him get his hours. It really does mean a lot. It means a lot to us as well.
Yeah.
Chris, Bluenose, I am excited to hear that you guys are going to be doing an aviation stream, and I'm excited to be one of your guests on it. I would love to. I love aviation, you know that. So, Jeff?
Fun fact.
Yes,
fun fact. I was studying to get my pilot's license, and when I was 17, so that when I was 18, I could do my solo, and fly because I wanted to be like Amelia Earhart, but land and walk off the plane.
I was gonna say that didn't turn out so well.
Yeah,
Well-
flying's not
Okay,
hard.
well-
The landing's another story.
Three of my last flight experiences while I was doing my ground school stuff. My dad was a pilot. My last 3 involved the aircraft and fire. So I kind of decided after the 3rd cockpit fire we had that my self belonged on the ground. So there went my pilot's license.
And there's
And
many
you married a
buildings in the there's many.
Firefighter.
Yep, there you go.
Mickey Sykes and Disney Eve, welcome in here. We appreciate you guys
I
being here.
keep it handy knowing her.
Oh, stop. Okay,
Well,
you
listen,
guys, if you saw last Saturday, you'll know what that's all about because the barbecue girl is right here. So
You steal that off the RV from a couple weeks
In
ago?
the house.
like this.
I
Right here.
can't. She's already set fire to one house twice.
What? Well, I mean, stay consistent.
You sound horrible.
Yeah, she's consistent. We'll say that. So
Is it the house you're in currently?
no,
No.
because of that.
Oh God.
So anyway,
I wouldn't
guys, thank you all for being here. Pete, it's always a pleasure, sir. Jeff,
I
I'll
forgive
forgive you this time.
you.
Thank you. Well, first, obviously, Kelly touched on it. We really are trying to help Jim. We try to help those in our community, and he's a great guy individually as a person. He does fantastic content, and I think you'll enjoy watching. And that's very important to us. Make sure my email is posted up there a couple times tonight. You can email me. It is on the front of my YouTube page. If you want to get into our Pick'em League, that will be happening. $100 prize to the winner and bragging rights. Zippy Doodad has already told me to tell everybody don't bother. He's already won it. So I'm looking for somebody to dethrone him, and that's important to me as we go. My thing, what I got going, we got the Muppet Show coming up on the 19th at 6 o'clock, which will be a lot of fun. This Sunday night, my guest will be the Rated R superstar, as he's told me he is, Zippity Doodad in the hot seat. And I can tell you, some of the questions that I have written are going to push the limits to no end this week coming up with Zip. So I am really excited about interviewing him. And, of course, my co-host and I, Dole Dad, Myers and the Mouse, we're here every Thursday night talking football. Whether the season happens or not, we're going to be here talking football, talking a little Disney. And speaking of which, we congratulate both Corey Meets World for 20K and Resort TV 1 for 100K milestones this week. Phenomenal. If you haven't checked them out, you're missing. Go check those guys out. They do a phenomenal job. So as we go to closing, here's my final thought. First, we want to sincerely thank our guest, Chris, Josh, Jim. We really appreciate you being here tonight. We know that you have a lot of other things you could do with your time, and spending it with us, we really appreciate that. Please take the time to subscribe to them on their YouTube channels, as well as all the social media platforms that they use, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and the like. You will find hours of playlists to fulfill your both football and Disney, Lego, air needs, all of it. So please check these guys out. You'll like them. Please subscribe on your way out to my channel to be alerted for all the future interviews here on our NFL show. And as we go live this year, you're going to want to have all three of us, because we are going to rotate the show to Kelly's channel, to Dole Dad's, and back to mine. We're only here on me in the off season, as these gentlemen were so generous to help me try to get my watch hours in. So look me up on Twitter, Instagram as well, if you don't mind. We remind you of the key programming that comes along every week. Okay, Mondays, Triple P, Steve's World, Mickey's Magic Meg. Tuesdays, you got our guest here tonight from More Sunshine Please. You got Zippity Doodad, who goes on Tuesdays, Vibrary Project, and LBV TV in the latter part of the evening. On Wednesday nights, it's the This and That Show, and I may be just doing some pop-up streams on Wednesdays, just chatting with the chat because we had a good time the other night, so I may do that again this Wednesday night. Thursdays, Living in Diz. Corey's going live with that Corey from Living in Diz. Corey Meets World also goes live from the parks.
All the Coreys.
Does dinner reviews, which is great. What's that, Jeff?
All the Coreys.
All the Coreys.
All the
It's the Thursday night Corey expectation extravaganza. Friday night, Rob Fuzz is live early on Fridays with his Pub Talk. Resort TV 1, Friday night live every Friday night. Saturdays, you got Disney World Freak, Mouse Talk, and Shep every Saturday night. And, of course, Josh's Coffee with Contemplation rotates. And, of course, The Lynn Project, who we talked about, has her Mad Libs thing coming up soon, I think. I got to go back and check if it's already happened. Make sure you
She'll
check
be
her out.
live right now, so when we're done here, you can go check her.
Yes, that was where I was going, Jeff. We want everybody to go over and check out the Lynn Project after this and tell her that we're throwing her the football from the guys with the NFL Watch Party. Walt Disney once said, well, my greatest reward was that I've been able to build this wonderful organization to have the public appreciate it and accept what I've done all these years. This is my greatest reward. Well, as we always say, Walt Disney, mission accomplished, because you continue to do that long after the years you've been on this earth. My final thought each week is the same. The world's a better place when you put a smile on someone's face. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of my guests, my co-hosts, and myself, I hope that we've done that here this evening. Join us next week as we will be in tune with two new guests, more surprises, Jeff and Kelly chewing each other out over who's going to do what, when, and where, and why.
I blame Kelly.
Always.
For all of us here tonight, good night, and thank you for being here.
Bye, everybody.
And the broadcast with one hand.